Jesus says, "Cast the first stone," based on John 8:1-11. A long time ago, Jesus was walking on the dusty roads of a big city called Jerusalem. He had just come down from a quiet place called the Mount of Olives, where he liked to pray and talk to God his Father. The morning sun was shining, and the birds were singing in the trees. Jesus walked to the temple, the special place where people came to learn about God. Many people gathered around him. They were so excited to hear him teach. Jesus sat down, just like a kind teacher, and began to talk. Early in the morning, he came again to the temple. All the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. But just as Jesus was teaching, something loud and noisy happened. A group of angry men came running toward him. They were religious teachers and Pharisees, men who were supposed to know a lot about God's rules. But they weren't kind that day. They were dragging a woman with them. She looked so scared. Her eyes were wide, and she was crying. The men pushed her in front of Jesus. "Teacher," they shouted, "the scribes and Pharisees brought a woman caught in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said to him, 'Teacher, this woman was caught in adultery in the very act. Now Moses, in the law, commanded us that such should be stoned. But what do you say?'" The people who were watching grew very quiet. What would Jesus say? The Pharisees were not really trying to learn from Jesus. They were trying to trap him. They hoped he would say something wrong so they could get him into trouble. But Jesus didn't say anything at first. He didn't yell. He didn't get angry. He just bent down and began to write in the dirt with his finger. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger, as though he did not hear. John 8:6. The angry men kept asking, louder and louder, "What do you say? What should we do with her?" Finally, Jesus stood up. He looked at them kindly but firmly. Then he said something very special. "He who is without sin among you, let him throw a stone at her first." John 8:7. Everyone became very still. The angry men looked at each other. Then they looked at the woman. Then they looked at the ground. They knew something deep in their hearts. Each of them had done wrong things before. They had sinned too. Maybe they had lied, or been mean, or not listened to God. Then those who heard it, being convicted by their conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest, even to the last. Soon, it was just Jesus and the woman, standing quietly together. Jesus looked at the woman. He wasn't angry. He didn't have a stone in his hand. He had love in his heart. The woman looked up through her tears. She looked all around. All the angry men were gone. When Jesus had raised himself up and saw no one but the woman, he said to her, "Woman, where are those accusers of yours? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, Lord," she whispered. Then Jesus smiled and said the kindest words of all. "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more."